Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're going to go ahead and do a top 5 Web 3.0 mobile games. I have to say, over the last year and a half, the Web3 space from the mobile perspective has evolved considerably. A year and a half ago, I would not have had a chance to go ahead and do this list because there wasn't many mobile friendly or mobile app games out there that you could go ahead and play on iOS or Android. Now there is, and they are popping up quite often. So we're going to go ahead and talk about my top 5. This is the Warrior Line Gaming top 5. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and give a few honorable mentions. So I'm technically going to give you 7, but I'll let you know which ones are the top 5 as far as from what I've played so far. And they, like I said, they keep getting released on a daily basis. So we'll probably have more coming out here in the next day, next week, next month or so. So I'll probably be doing this more often just to give you guys at least my feedback, give you some ideas that you can go ahead and play. And the fun part about all these options that I'm going to go ahead and give you today, they're all free to play. Yes, they're all free to play. They do have either NFTs or passes or VIP types of things that can go ahead and enhance the game. But as far as the game itself, you can go ahead and try it out free to play and see if it's a game that you enjoy playing. So before we dive into the actual top 5, let's go ahead and talk about the 2 honorable mention ones that are, one is more of a PC focused game but does have a mobile option, and the other is a full mobile game. It's not just quite there yet. It's good so far. It's got a lot of potential, but it's just not there, and we'll go ahead and dive into those. Want to go ahead and start off. The first honorable mention is Pixels. Yes, for those of you that don't realize this, Pixels has a very good mobile option out there. It is not a separate app like the rest of these that are going to be, but you can go ahead and play through the Ronin wallet, mobile wallet. If you go in there, they have a little button that you can go ahead and click on and you get full access to the game. It plays almost as well as the PC version. So if you have no access to your PC and you still want to play Pixels, it is full access. You can go ahead and play it just like you're playing on the PC. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and dive into this. If you're not sure what Pixels is, it is a farm manufacturing, producing, leveling up type of game where you can go ahead and really farm. You can go ahead and mine. You can go ahead and chop down trees and then craft different things and earn pixels through pixel tasks. That's the main objective of the game right now. It is just moved into chapter 2, which has done a lot of enhancements for the game. So if you have not had a chance to check it out, go ahead and try out the free to play option. And really dive into the game itself and start playing and producing and earning those pixels through the pixel tasks. Next on the list, we got Second World. This is the one, this is the honorable mention one that I said is got a lot of potential. It's out there, but it's not quite the level of the next 5 that we're going to talk about. There's some things that could be improved on it. This is a city builder / PvP arena style game where you can go ahead and build up your city, which allows you to go ahead and train your troops, and then you can go ahead and take them into battle PvP versus other people. The reason why this didn't quite make it in the top 5 is I think the city builder is lacking. There's just too many constraints with it. It's weird because you can build as many of the one types of buildings as possible, I guess 15 or so, but you can't level things up until you get far enough in the PvP side. So there's a balance there that needs to happen. Unfortunately, it's a little one-sided at the moment. So there's a lot of people that are out there that they've moved forward with the PvP and are doing quite well. So new players are struggling to go ahead and beat them to get the experience needed to level up and build up their city to allow them to go ahead and upgrade their troops a little bit more. So I think if they do a better job at the balancing and maybe the city builder side, I think this has a chance to go ahead into the top 5. But there's some work that needs to happen. So we'll keep an eye on this one. I suggest you keep an eye on this one too. And let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on Second World? Are you playing it? Are you enjoying it? And do you think the balance is there? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. All right, before we jump into the top 5, I do have to say that these are the top 5, but they're not in any particular order. I could consider one day that one is better than the other, and then the next day could be flopped. So I have to say there's no particular order to the top 5 that we're about to jump into here. Kicking it off with probably the most popular one out there is Guild of Guardians. This is one that I've gotten really into, and yes, I have gotten some of the NFTs that go along with this, and I'm progressing and progressing and progressing. It's a lot of fun once you get in there. You can go ahead and do battles, you can do arena, you can go ahead and do the endless missions. You can go ahead and level up your characters and there's a strategy behind the orientation or the team that you put together and which area you go into. You can go ahead and craft equipment to help your guardians really level up and really be able to succeed. So there's a lot of different aspects to this game that make it fun. There's also a ton of players out there. I do have to say the one note that I have to mention is there's a limit from the free-to-play side that you can get there. So you can only go so far. In order to progress faster and go further, you may have to grab an NFT out there, but at least you have the chance to go ahead with the free-to-play side, test it out, see if it's a game that you like. It reminds me of some Web 2.0 games that I'm not going to go ahead and mention that have done really, really well. But it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this game. There's a lot of aspects to it. I don't get bored with it. Just because there's different things that you can level up with. There's some adjustments that they could make that would make it a little bit more fun, make it a little bit less pay to win. And also there's a number of tasks that you do a day and you have to wait for the reset to happen. So those are the two challenges that go along with this. But I have to say that I have a lot of fun when I am playing this game, especially from the mobile side. It's a great game to go ahead and check out. Next on the list is Call of the Void. This one, I've said a couple times on Twitter, is sneaky good. I did not expect to enjoy this game as much as I enjoyed it. It is a top-down, just slash and shoot and destroy and fast-paced action that gets you sucked in from the beginning, because you jump right in there and you are shooting like crazy. Again, top-down, you are running around trying to defeat these different stages that are out there. Once you go ahead and do that, you can level up your character by using the token. You can also go ahead and upgrade gear that you find in each of the different areas. And then you can merge them together to make better and higher tier equipment. It's still so early in the development of this game as far as it's being released. There's a leaderboard that it gets reset weekly, and you go ahead and get rewards from that. And it's just been a lot of fun once I jump into these. Please understand, once you go ahead and start, there is a pause button, but you want to kind of play until you complete that stage or you die, your choice. And some of them do get challenging. There is a point where you're going to make it a little bit frustrated because it is a very hard stage. But there's a lot that you can work up to get there. There's some balancing issues that they do have to work with, but that's kind of the name of the game with the Web 3.0 space, balancing issues. But like I said, sneaky fun. If you want a fast-paced game that you can go ahead and jump in there and really just have some fun with it, go ahead and check out Call of the Void. Next on the list, we have Blast Royale. If you like Royale battle PvP style games, and you're looking for one for your mobile, this one's probably been the most fun one that I've tried so far. The challenge with mobile is if you have a phone, it's a smaller screen, so the first person shooter can be a little challenging. This is actually a top-down Royale game that allows you to go ahead and jump in there and battle against 36 other people to see who's going to win. They have Battle Pass if you choose to go that route to get additional rewards, but there's the free-to-play side of that Battle Pass also that you can get some rewards just for going in there and competing. It's been a lot of fun. They just kicked off Beta Season 10. Yes, Beta Season 10, which is kind of crazy for a beta. They're not even officially launched yet. And every single season they've come out with new skins, new rewards, new items that you can go ahead and play. It's been fun. It's been fun. The learning curve is super simple with this one. Once you get the controls, which takes you about a minute once you're in the game. So the first game you may not do super well. But once you go ahead and get that, it's actually pretty easy to play. When I say easy to play, easy to learn, but skill level does come into effect once you're playing against PvP against other people. I have enjoyed this game quite a bit. I do jump in here every now and then just to kind of do some battle royale style. I'm not the biggest first-person PvP shooter style person, but this has been a lot of fun. This has actually been one of the ones that I continue to go back to. Fablebourne is the next on the list, and this is brand new to the list. I actually just started playing this a day or two ago, and it's actually on Twitter is getting incredibly popular. There are a lot of people that are starting to talk about this game. Please understand this is very early again in the beta or the development stage that we have going on here as far as being able to play. So there's some functionality that's not quite there yet. What they are calling this is Diablo meets Clash Royale. So it's a combination of a top-down fantasy battle style game where you can go ahead and you fight a whole bunch of different troops and characters. The current stage that they have in the game is PvE based, very PvE. You got to go through all these different stages. There's technically 70 different stages. You're going to go through, you're going to get gems, you're going to get coins, and you're going to go ahead and level up your troops. The next phase of the game, which is not out yet, is going to be more PvP focused, which is a lot of strategic type of battling, deck building, defense, attack-based style, very much like Clash Royale, but again, top-down, where you are actually going ahead and fighting like a Diablo-style game. It's been a lot of fun so far. I am curious, really curious to see how this one continues to develop. I think it's got huge potential. Love the art style. I think this art style, which is similar to some of the other ones that we've already looked at, is very, very, very good for iOS. I hope it doesn't get overdone, but I love the style of the artwork, plus the gameplay is a lot of fun. It's very easy to go ahead and learn. They have a nice tutorial at the beginning of it. Also, again, free-to-play option to go ahead and start out with. Actually, the whole thing, other than I think there's an NFT that's available right now, is free to play, but I have a feeling down the road they're going to mix in the Web 3.0 quite a bit more with this one. Definitely worth checking out. Just if you want to go ahead and jump into a brand new game that's out there that's starting to get a lot of buzz out there on Twitter. So I want to go ahead and add this one to the list. The last on the list, we have Sipher Odyssey. This is also blown up quite a bit on Twitter. A lot of these mobile games are becoming really, really popular on Twitter, and you're hearing a lot about them. This one is an explore, battle, forge style game where you're going out there and you're battling PvE right now. There's also going to be PvP available with this, and you're going to go ahead and be able to craft a whole lot of different weapons, upgrade those. You get blueprints, you get materials that go along with it. You can go ahead and upgrade your characters. You can see by the screen right now, it's top down. It's very fast paced, strategic as far as the weapons that you're going to use. You get both distance weapons like guns and different things like that, and then you get melee weapons like swords and hammers and things like that. Just kind of compete to close range and long range. The combination is pretty cool. You don't get a lot of that with different games, having both types of weapons in there. There's a lot of strategy that goes along with it. It's, again, fast paced, a lot of fun. I've dove into this a little bit, and I really want to dive into it a whole lot more. I have a gameplay review that I'm planning to record here shortly to kind of really dive into this. But it's been a lot of fun. A lot of people are really enjoying this. They're saying this is an S-tier mobile game. I see the potential there. I just have to dive into a little bit more to get to that point. But I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I encourage you to take a look at this. Again, there's a free-to-play, so you can go ahead. It's mobile-friendly, iOS and Android. So you can go ahead and test it out. So those are the 5, technically 7 mobile games that I am playing right now. And I encourage everyone to check out if you want or are looking for a mobile Web 3.0 game. Again, just a quick recap on those. The honorable mentions are Pixels and Second World. And the top 5 is Guild of Guardians, Call of the Void, Blast Royale, Fablebourne, and Sipher Odyssey, all great games that I encourage you to take a look at. I hope you all have a great day. And let me know down in the comments below, did I miss any games that you're playing for the mobile, your mobile device that I missed on this one that I should check out and do a review on? Go ahead and comment down below. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.